I want to ask you a question about you, because this is a question that I get from so many people. And when I give my honest answer, I get something different back, and I don't know where it comes from, because the Bubba I know, and I'm going to put you over. We've been friends for a very long time, right? And
Yes.
I see you as not only like knowledgeable in the business, right? But I see you as having a good heart. And we've had so much fun together when we hang out, and you're funny, and you're talkative, and we could talk about anything under the sun. And when I tell that to certain people, you're talking about Bubba, you're talking about Bully Ray. Why do I get such an attitude from people when I mention your name?
Because people don't know who the real me is. That's first and foremost. I'm an old school wrestler. If I'm a heel, when you meet me in person in real life, you're getting the person that you see on TV. Because the last thing I ever wanted is people to go, oh my God, I met Bubba Ray Dudley or Bully Ray. He's so nice. Well, that just killed all the credibility of what I've done on TV.
But what about promoters?
What about them? You find me a promoter that I have worked with that has something bad to say about me.
Okay, so they have to work with you.
Here's the thing, Francine. I am so straight up with the way I do business.
Right.
I don't deviate. Here's the price. Here's what I'm going to do. If you try to get over on me, I am going to verbally eviscerate you.
And I 100% agree with you on that.
That's it. So these promoters see that they can't, if a promoter tries to get over on me and I tell them no, or they conveniently forget to tell me something like, oh, didn't I tell you about this extra stack of 300 pictures I need to sign? No, you didn't.
Just happened to me.
Thus, I'm not signing them.
That just happened to me. Same thing, 300 trading cards.
I work with plenty of promoters who know as long as they're straight up with me, I'm straight up with them. And I don't like to go do 1,000,001 things. I keep myself, what I do and what me and Devon do, I keep it exclusive. So that when you do see us, it's special. I'm not going to do every Tom, Dick, and Harry's, autograph session or indie show or anything like that. So if any of the promoters that ever come up to you that might have some derogatory things to say about me, put them on your podcast with me.
Oh.
And I'd be more than happy to put them in their place.
I might have to do that so we can get a return visit out of you.
Yeah.
I'd love to say it.
A lot of people in the wrestling business cannot handle straight up good business because a lot of promoters try to get over on the boys. And you know this.
I do.
I'm sure promoters have tried to get over on you.
They just did with the trading. There was a stack of cards and I sat down and the guy was like, and the funny part was half the cards were Shane and I. So it was the split signature thing. So Shane had already signed them. And I said, what is this? And the guy goes, oh, just sign them. I said, am I getting paid? And the guy goes, well, no, the guy that brought you in is getting the money. I said, for my signature, this wasn't part of the deal. So if I didn't sign those cards, they couldn't be sold because Shane's autograph was on it, but mine wasn't. I held out until he paid me.
As you should.
Right.
You're in the Francine business, and Francine deserves to make money on her pictures, her autographs, whatever it is you want to sell. Now, if somebody comes up to me, if a promoter comes up to me and says, hey, Bubba, I want you to sign for 2 hours, and then I have like an extra 10 mail orders that I'd like you to sign, I'll ask them what the mail orders are, or if they want me to sign a couple extra things. And 9 out of 10 times, the answer is yes.
Because he told you.
You tell me up front, we have no problems. It's not like, oh, by the way. No, oh, by the way, go fuck yourself.
I know. Well, it's funny, and I'm switching gears a little bit. I tried to find, and we didn't find it, did we,
No, I
Chad?
couldn't find it. I went
Okay.
looking. I couldn't find it.
I tried to find this video of us because my next question was, and I know what you're going to say because you just did it on the pay-per-view. When we did a house show, and this is back in maybe 90, I don't know, 96, 97, something around there, I beat up all of the Dudleys. And I don't remember where we were, but I remember I did something to Big Dick. I did something to Devon. And then you let me give you a diamond cutter and laid you guys all out. And then I ended up carrying Spike to the back, right?
Okay.
And I remember after we were done, I went to each of you and I apologized because I was always scared that the boys were going to resent me for an idea that Paul had. Did you ever get mad, like by having to put like a girl over or having somebody less stature? Like, I know it's the business, but some of the guys had a chip on their shoulder about it. You know, she's a girl. Why should she beat me up or pin me in the ring? Or
Well, I've never had a problem with what you did to us that night because I don't even remember that happening.
That's why I wanted to show the video of it.
I don't
It was
remember.
just a house show. It was like a quick little thing.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Paul, I don't know if Shane was injured and I didn't have anything to do. And he said, oh, let's just go pop the crowd and you go beat up all the Dudleys. And I was like, what? And I was so afraid I was going to get heat for it, but I didn't. Nobody gave me.
This is an art form, and this art can be whatever we want it to be. Rules still apply to this art form, but if you do something the right way, you can get away with it. What is your nickname? What was your nickname to this day?
The Queen of Extreme.
The Queen of Extreme.
Yes.
So if you're supposed to be this tough bitch who was the first girl that I know that ever got super bombed through a table, if you're supposed to be this tough and this much of a badass with cans out to here, then
it's up.
Eyes up here. Eyes up here.
That's right.
And as my good friend Tony Storm says, chin up, tits out.
That's right.
Big mark for Tony Storm.
She's great.
So then, yeah, if you're this tough of a girl, then yeah, on a given night, you might be able to get in a couple of shots on the boys. Are we doing it every night? Absolutely not. Now, at the pay-per-view, the Battle Royal, the Gauntlet Battle Royal, it came down to myself and Jordan Grace. Okay. Bully Ray, 6'3", 300 pounds. Jordan Grace is 5'2", $102 soaking wet with a brick in her pocket.
Okay.
But she's a former power lifter. She's a former bodybuilder. And on that moment, on that given night, the sun shined on her. Mm-hmm. And she had her personal best lift. When you competitive power lifters, competitive weightlifters, they have what's called a PR, a personal record, or a PB, a personal best. That means you could lift that weight one time. In that one moment, you may never be able to do it again, but in that one moment in time, you were able to get that personal best. That's what Jordan Grace had. She had her personal best record and was able to hit me with that move. And that's why it makes sense.
Right.
But right. If you have girls just going out there, just beating the shit out of all these men, it's not that believable unless your name was China. Can I see Charlotte Flair wrestling a guy and stretching them? Absolutely. Can I see Rhea Ripley fighting a guy and beating the shit out of them? Absolutely. But it can't be every single night. There's ways to do it. And when done right, with the right psychology, I believe it's acceptable. But there's a lot of girls wrestling guys right now who are just doing stuff that, like, a tiny little girl can't give a bigger guy 9 Canadian destroyers in a row. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, 9's too many, just 8. Yeah.